could freestyle about it, preach about it, or go off top of the head. But today I bought my notes so I could resurrect the dead. Yeah! Greetings and blessings to my navigators of the seven seas. I am your locksmith, your symbologist, and metaphysical tour guide, Flat Archie 5000, and I'm back with another one as we navigate through the land of Pineal. Today we're going to unlock your Solomon's Temple to decode the esoteric meaning of the lion. So as always, strap on your helmet and buckle up your spacesuit because we're on a mental voyage and we're about to take off before the walls of Jericho come crumbling down. In the tradition of entering Solomon's Temple, we must use a meditative master key to help us stay on the path of enlightenment. It is these divine words that have a literal, allegorical, and metaphysical message attached to them when understood in its proper context. So today we give honors and respect to an old African proverb that says, "Until a lion learns how to write, every story will glorify the hunter." Let me repeat it one more time. For those of you who foolishly believe that the victors of war would actually write favorable books about the victims that they have previously conquered. There is an old African proverb that specifically says, "Until a lion learns how to write, every story will glorify the hunter." Woo! Go on and meditate on that and click your heels 3 times while I ring this bell of enlightenment for that powerful meditative key of wisdom as you enter the corridors of your Solomon's Temple. Let's get to it, shall we? No time to waste. Take note, masterminds. Lions held significant cultural and symbolic meaning in ancient societies around the world. The lion as a symbol has transcended the imagination of many nations throughout history, embodying notions of strength, courage, and authority. Revered across diverse civilizations, this majestic creature has often represented the ideals of leadership and nobility, with its commanding presence, inspiring a sense of awe and respect. Lions have been regarded as sacred guardians, frequently depicted in art and architecture, serving both as protectors of sacred spaces and as emblematic figures of power. Their fierce nature and regal demeanor have made them synonymous with the resilience and valor that many societies aspire to exhibit in the face of adversity. Thus, when we unravel the puzzle of the mysteries of time, we must place the microscope on regions such as present-day Iraq, parts of Syria, and Turkey. This area is often referred to as the cradle of civilization, where early urban societies emerged. The symbolism and reverence for lions in Mesopotamian culture can be understood through their historical context, mythology, artistry, and the social status they represented. The geographical presence of lions in the region, specifically the Asiatic lion, contributed to their symbolic significance. In Mesopotamian mythology, lions were often associated with gods and goddesses, emphasizing their themes of power, strength, and protection. One must consider that lion symbolism in Mesopotamia is intricately linked with several prominent deities and mythological figures, including Ishtar, Gilgamesh, and Shamash. Each of these entities had a unique relationship with lions, reflecting various aspects of Mesopotamian culture and society. For example, Ishtar, the goddess of love, war, and fertility, was often depicted with lions or riding a lion-drawn chariot. This association underscored her fierce and protective nature as well as her role as a powerful patron of the city of Uruk. In Mesopotamian mythology, Ishtar's lions were said to embody her wrath and vengeance, striking fear into the hearts of her enemies. The lion's connection to Ishtar also highlighted her role as a mother figure, with lions' fierce protection of its cubs, mirroring Ishtar's devotion to her people. The Akkadian hymn to Ishtar, for example, describes her as the lioness of the land. I don't know if you heard me. Let me ring the bell for that. The Akkadian hymn to Ishtar, for example, describes her as the lioness of the land, emphasizing her ferocity and maternal instincts. Furthermore, Gilgamesh, the legendary king of Uruk, also had a significant encounter with the lions in the Epic of Gilgamesh. In the story, Gilgamesh and his friend Enkidu slays the lion of the cedar forest, a monstrous creature sent by the goddess Ishtar to punish Gilgamesh for spurning her advances. This episode symbolizes the confrontation between human beings and the forces of nature, as well as the struggle between civilization and the wild. The lion represents the unbridled power of nature, which Gilgamesh and Enkidu must conquer to assert their dominance and establish their reputation as heroes. The killing of the lion also serves as a rite of passage for Gilgamesh, marking his transition from a reckless monarch to a wise and mature leader. Shamash, the sun god, also associated with lions, although in a more subtle and symbolic manner. As the god of justice and law, Shamash was often depicted with a lion's head or accompanied by lion-like creatures, representing his role as a fierce protector of truth and righteousness. In Mesopotamian mythology, Shamash lions were said to roam the desert, seeking out wrongdoers and punishing them for their transgressions. The lion's connection to Shamash highlights the god's function as a guardian of morality and a champion of justice, emphasizing the importance of upholding the law and maintaining social order. The Epic of Gilgamesh, for example, describes Shamash as the lion of the gods, underscoring his fierce and unyielding commitment to justice. Let's ring the bell for that. Thus, the symbolism of lions in these mythological contexts reflects the complex and multifaceted nature of Mesopotamian culture. Lions represented both the creative and destructive forces of nature, as well as the human aspirations of power, wisdom, and justice. Yet, as we travel further down into the portals of antiquity, we notice in ancient Egypt, lions were revered both as formidable creatures of the natural world and as potent symbols of divine and royal power. Native to the Nile Valley and Sahara in antiquity, their ecological presence made them a natural emblem of strength and danger. Pharaohs hunted lions to showcase their bravery and reinforce their role as protectors of cosmic order, also known as Ma'at. The lion's association with the sun, linked to their golden coats and desert heat, connected them to solar deities like Ra, while twin lion gods like Akir, guardian of the horizons, embodied time's duality, past and future. Thus, lion imagery permeated Egyptian religion, representing gods and goddesses who balance destructive and protective forces. Thus, it brings us to Sekhmet, the lioness goddess of war and healing, epitomized this duality, capable of unleashing plagues or curing them. Bastet evolved from a fierce lioness warrior into a gentler cat deity of home and fertility. reflecting shifting cultural values. Male lion gods like Mahis symbolizes marital power, while Tefnut, a moisture goddess, link lions to cycles of renewal. These deities underscored the lion's role as a mediator between chaos and order. Moreover, lions were central to pharaonic iconography, symbolizing the king's authority and divine mandate. The Great Sphinx, also known as Hermaket, a lion's body with a pharaoh's head, embodied royal vigilance. Lion motifs adorn thrones, crowns, and temple entrances, serving as guardians against chaos. In funerary contexts, lions protected the deceased in the afterlife with amulets and tomb art, invoking and safeguarding power. This protective role extended to underworld gatekeepers like Ekaru, who shielded the sun god during his nightly journey. The lion's symbolism endured even as Egypt's climate changed and lions retreated from the region. Their dual nature, destructive yet renewing, fierce yet nurturing, mirrored core Egyptian concepts of balance and cyclical renewal. By the late period, deities like Bastet evolved, yet lion's essence as a symbol of power persisted in art, text, and architecture. From the Sphinx to the Book of the Dead, lions remain timeless emblems of divine might, royal authority, and the eternal struggle to uphold harmony in both life and the afterlife. In ancient Persia, lions held a significant place in the cultural, artistic, and religious landscape. They were seen as powerful symbols of royalty and strength, often associated with the divine and the protection of the state. The Achaemenid Empire, which rose to prominence in the 6th century BCE, prominently featured lions in its art and architecture. The lion was often depicted alongside the sun, representing power and vitality, while also symbolizing the divine authority granted to the king. This association elevated the lion to not only a symbol of monarchy, but also as a guardian of the realm, embodying the strength and valor necessary to protect the Persian Empire. Thus, the famous lion and bull motif, which illustrated the eternal struggle between life and death, chaos and order, which was prevalent in Persian art, often seen in the context of battles fought by legendary figures or deities. Additionally, the lion's roar thought to echo the voice of the king, emphasizing the lion's connection to authority and the royal lineage. To my navigators of the seven seas, one must consider that on a spiritual level, lions were associated with the sun god Mithras, symbolizing light, strength, and resurrection. This multifaceted symbolism reflected the Persians' reverence for the lion as a creature that combined the terrestrial with the divine, an embodiment of power that reinforced the socio-political hierarchy and spiritual beliefs of ancient Persian civilization. Tea time. Sometimes you have to play the role of a fool to fool the fool who thinks they are fooling you. Let me repeat it one more time. For those of you who are smart enough to move 5 moves ahead on the chessboard. There was once a wise old shoe shiner who just so happened to be the most wealthiest man in the land, whom no one knew possessed such abundance and riches. Once said, sometimes you have to play the role of a fool to fool the fools who think they are fooling you. Now let us get back to using our 5 stones to reconnect with our memory and defeat the ferocious Goliath. In ancient China, lions were revered creatures. Although they were not native to the region, their presence in Chinese culture can be traced back to the Han Dynasty, when they were introduced through trade and cultural exchanges alongside the Silk Road. Initially, the lion was seen as a mythical creature, often depicted with features resembling both lions and various indigenous animals, such as the Chinese guardian lion, also known as fu dog or shishi. This distinctive representation evolved into powerful guardians that were commonly placed at entrances of temples, palaces, and tombs, symbolizing protection against malevolent forces and ensuring the safety of sacred places. As the lion's imagery became more established through Chinese culture, different forms of representation flourished. The most recognizable forms included stone lion statues that are commonly found flanking the entrances to important structures. These guardian lions, known as shishi, became emblematic of protection and auspiciousness. Typically, a male lion is depicted holding a globe or ball underneath its paw, symbolizing the world and its dominion. In contrast, the female lion is often shown with cubs, representing motherhood and protection. In addition to their protective symbolism, lions also came to symbolize wealth and status. The use of lion motifs in Chinese art and architecture and decorative items indicated prestige, and they were often included in designs of imperial seals, pottery, carpets, and textiles. This association with power and grandeur made lions integral to the visual culture of the ruling classes. During the Tang dynasty and Song dynasties, the concept of lions continued to gain prominence, particularly with the increasing influence of Buddhism. The line of let's repeat this again. The line of Shakyamuni, that's the name. The line, let's ring the bell for Shakyamuni. The line of Shakyamuni specifically referred to representations of the Buddha himself, echoing the idea of the Buddha as a lion in the spiritual hierarchy, powerful, fearless, and wise. Moreover, the lion's presence in Chinese mythology and folklore added depth to its symbolism. Legends often painted lions as creatures of great strength and wisdom, capable of warding off evil spirits and safeguarding the faithful. This reinforced their roles not only as protectors of physical spaces, but also as guardians of moral and spiritual well-being. Throughout the dynastic history of China, the lion continued to be a symbol of imperial authority. In artistic depictions of emperors, lions were often incorporated to signify their connection to the heavens and the mandate to rule justly. By the time of the Ming and Qing dynasties, lions had become firmly entrenched in Chinese architecture and art. They were widely used in sculptures, paintings, and ornaments, carvings, illustrating their enduring significance. Take note, masterminds. In astrology and Freemasonry, the lion is often associated with the zodiac sign of Leo, which represents generosity, warmth, and a sense of justice. This celestial connection highlights the importance of compassion and kindness in pre-colonial Masonic values. The lion is also linked to the biblical story of Daniel's companions, who were cast into a lion's den without succumbing to their torment. This narrative illustrates the power of faith and courage in the face of adversity, reflecting the Masonic ideals of resilience and perseverance. The lion can also be seen as a symbol of spiritual transformation, embodying the process of overcoming one's personal demons, rising above them. It stands for personal growth, wisdom, and the pursuit of spiritual enlightenment. Thus, in some Masonic traditions, the lion is associated with the sun, representing illumination, wisdom, and the light of knowledge. This association highlights the importance of education and self-improvement in the pursuit of Masonic ideals. Additionally, The lion is sometimes associated with the concept of asperges, representing purification and cleansing. In Masonic terms, the lion symbolizes the process of spiritual rebirth, where one emerges stronger and wiser, having overcome the trials and challenges of life. Question: why are we talking about the history and symbolism of lions in ancient cultures? And how can we use this information today to be of any benefit to our lives today? Answer: the esoteric meaning of the lion extends beyond its physical attributes, representing a spectrum of spiritual and mystical significance across various traditions. Universally recognized as a symbol of strength, courage, and authority, the lion embodies not only physical prowess, but also the inner power required to confront one's fears and limitations. In esoteric contexts, this strength signifies personal sovereignty and mastery over oneself, emphasizing the importance of self-awareness in one's spiritual journey. Thus, the lion holds significant symbolism in relation to Christ's consciousness. Let's ring the bell for that. Thus, the lion holds significant symbolism in the relation to Christ's consciousness, representing authority and kingship, often referred to as the Lion of Judah. Jesus embodies royal lineage and divine authority, asserting his dominion over both physical and spiritual realms. As a side note to my master builders of Solomon's temple, when one speaks of Christ's consciousness, one must not be fooled into thinking we are making reference to a literal physical man who existed over 2,000 years ago and born in Bethlehem, whom was known to perform many miracles. Thus, we are indeed making reference to a level of divine consciousness circumscribed by way of darkness manifested into light that exists within the deepest portals of that which is referred to as the higher self. This allegorical connection reinforces the concept of Christ as the ruler of a spiritual kingdom, inviting masterminds to recognize their own roles in this divine order. In addition to authority, the lion symbolizes courage and strength, qualities essential for navigating the challenges of one's spiritual journey. Christ's consciousness encourages individuals to embody the bravery of the lion, standing firm in their belief in themselves and commitment to divine principles. This embodiment of courage serves as a reminder of the inner strength required to confront adversaries while striving to live according to one's moral compass. Let's ring the bell for that. Thus, transformation and resurrection are also key aspects associated with the lion. Just as the lion represents a powerful presence in nature, Christ's consciousness embodies the transformative power that elevates individuals from lower states of being to higher states of awareness and love. The resurrection of Christ within self-mastery signifies not only overcoming physical death, but invites masterminds to experience their own spiritual renewal and rebirth. Furthermore, the lion serves as a protector, reflecting the divine safeguarding that accompanies individuals on their spiritual paths. This protective energy mirrors Christ's role as a shepherd who guides and confronts his followers. Ultimately, the symbolism of the lion calls upon individuals to awaken their divine nature, encouraging them to recognize their inherent strength and potential as they pursue spiritual growth, inner strength, and compassion in alignment with the teachings of one's illumination. Moreover, like all symbols of higher consciousness, there's a light and dark aspect attached to them, and the lion is no exception. Thus, one significant dark aspect of the lion's symbolism is represented by the ideal of corrupted power. Thus, The noble qualities of the lion are twisted to symbolize tyranny and oppression. The lion's ferocity becomes a metaphor for the violence and control wielded by those who abuse their authority, serving as a warning against pitfalls of unrestrained ambition and moral decay. This perspective urges masterminds to recognize balance and to build upon one's moral character against the potential for power and corrupt, and to guard against such influences. Thus, pride and ego are also figure characteristics of lion darker aspects. While courage is an admired trait, the lion's association with pride can lead to hubris, resulting in downfall. One must also be mindful that in esoteric traditions, one must caution against inflated sense of self-importance, highlighting the dangers of arrogance and the isolation it breeds. In this context, lion serves as a reminder of the need for humility and balance in the exercise of power and influence. Lastly, the lion represents destructive forces and the alchemical process of transformation. It embodies primal instincts and unbridled energy capable of causing chaos and upheaval. In alchemy, the lion can symbolize a consuming fire that destroys the old to make way for rebirth, illustrating the ideal that profound change often requires dismantling the existing order. This multifaceted symbolism underscores the cyclical nature of creation and destruction, urging individuals to confront their darker instincts and to find balance between strength and restraint. Moreover, as we dive deeper down into the core of this science, we observe the alchemical symbolism. The lion represents transformation, often related to the primal energy of sulfur. This connection signifies the process of refining the self and achieving a higher spiritual state through trials and tribulations, akin to alchemy's aim of turning base materials into gold. Similarly, the lion symbolizes spiritual awakening, encouraging individuals to embrace their inner truth and potential while awakening to their divine essence. Ring the bell. The lion is also seen as a guardian and protector, representing the safeguarding of sacred knowledge. In this role, it serves as a protector of thresholds, both physical and metaphysical, ensuring that seekers approach esoteric truths with respect. Additionally, in some frameworks, the lion encompasses the balance between masculine and feminine energies, emphasizing the integration of these polarities within oneself. Furthermore, the lion is often associated with solar symbolism, embodying illumination, knowledge, and the pursuit of truth. As a solar creature, it sheds light on ignorance and helps illuminate the path towards higher states of consciousness. As a sacred animal, the lion serves as a metaphor for self-mastery and spiritual authority, encouraging individuals to embody its qualities of strength and wisdom. This association with the solar plane links the lion to transformative processes of spiritual alchemy, where confronting one's shadow allows for personal growth and higher states of being. In essence, the lion's esoteric meaning invites masterminds to explore its transformative qualities, cultivating courage and wisdom necessary to navigate life's complexities. Embracing the lion's symbolism can lead to personal evolution, illuminating one's authentic truth and enhancing spiritual ascension. So as always, in Solomon's temple, I leave you in peace with these powerful words. What you are afraid to do is a clear indication of the next thing you need to do. Let me repeat it one more time. What you are afraid to do is a clear indication of the next thing you need to do. Ashe, ashe, ashe.